This book, titled The One Thing, has been a game changer of sorts for me in many ways. A book that has the power to change the way we live every day. Gary Keller, most of us would have known, is an American entrepreneur and best-selling author. He's also the founder of one of the largest real estate companies in the world. Gary has identified that behind every successful person is their one thing. Only the ability to dismiss distractions and concentrate on your one thing stands between you and your goals, he says. Well, as you see right here, the book begins with a cute illustration and an old Russian proverb which says, "If you chase two rabbits, you will not catch either one." The one thing, as he says. Now, Gary adds to say that behind every successful person is their one thing. And he also says that one can attain to this one thing by their ability to dismiss distractions. He puts it out very beautifully by saying, only the ability to dismiss distractions and concentrate on your one thing stands between you and your goals. This lovely quote that begins chapter 1 by Josh Billings says, "Be like a postage stamp, stick to one thing until you get there." And now Gary comes to the most important question of the book. Well, if everyone has the same number of hours in a day, why do some people seem to get so much more done than the others? How do they do more, achieve more, earn more, have more? This is a question that dominates the book throughout. And the answer to this question is, they go small. They go small. Going small is all about ignoring all the other things you could do and doing what you should do. I repeat, going small is about ignoring all the things that you could do and doing what you should do. Then he talks about the 6 lies between you and success. The 6 lies, he calls it. He then proceeds to outline on the 6 lies. Lie number 1 is everything matters equally, which is a lie. Multitasking is the second lie. A disciplined life is the third lie. Willpower is always on will call is the 4th lie. A balanced life is the 5th lie. Big is bad is lie number 6. Johann Wolfgang von Goethe's wonderful quote comes in very handy here for Gary, which says, "Things which matter most must when you have a lot to get done in the day which matter least. How do you decide what to do first?" Henry David Thoreau once famously said, "It's not enough to be busy, so are the ants. The question is, what are we busy about?" Knocking out 100 tasks for whatever the reason is a poor substitute for doing even one task that is meaningful. Now Gary proceeds to justify why multitasking is a lie, a big lie. Like, for example, kids studying while texting or listening to music or watching television, adults driving while talking on the phone, or eating, applying makeup, or even shaving, doing something in one room while talking to someone in the next. And that's why he says multitasking is a huge scam and a big lie. With extensive research to back up his arguments, he says that multitasking therefore leads to mistakes, poor choices, and it could even result in stress. Then he proceeds to advocate a time off for his readers. A time off is a kind of a sabbatical. And I quote, extraordinarily successful people launch their year by taking time out to plan the time off. Why is that? In truth, the most successful simply see themselves as working between vacations. Take time off, he says. Block out long weekends and long vacations. Then take them, he advocates very strongly. And what would be the result? He says, you'll find that you'll be more rested, more relaxed, and more productive afterward. I repeat, he says you'll be more rested, more relaxed, and more productive afterward. Everything needs rest to function better, and you are no different. Everything needs rest to function better, and you are no different. Now Gary says, my recommendation is to block 4 hours a day. He calls it a time block. This isn't a typo. I repeat, 4 hours a day. Honestly, that's the minimum. If you can do more, then do it, he says. And this quote especially by Stephen King, I found it very useful for me. This is from his book titled On Writing, where Stephen King describes his workflow. My own schedule is pretty clear-cut. Mornings belong to whatever is new, the current composition. Afternoons are for naps and letters. Evenings are for reading, family, Red Sox games on television, and any revisions that just cannot wait. Basically, mornings are my prime writing time, says Stephen King. And this proves to be a very good motivation for Gary also. No one lives or works in isolation, says Gary. Every day, throughout your day, you come in contact with others and are influenced by them. Unquestionably, these individuals impact your attitude, your health, and ultimately your performance. From co-workers to friends to family, if they are generally not positive, they'll probably pass on some of the negativity. Attitude is contagious. It spreads easily. I repeat, attitude is contagious. It spreads easily. As strong as you think you are, no one is strong enough to avoid the influence of negativity forever. So, Gary says, surrounding yourself with the right people is the right thing to do. Gary calls such negative people as attitude thieves, and he differentiates them from the supportive people. While attitude thieves will rob you of energy, effort, and resolve, supportive people will do what they can to encourage or to assist you. Ultimately, being with success-minded people creates what researchers call a positive spiral of success where they lift you up. A positive spiral of success where they lift you up. The book beautifully comes to a close with a wonderful, memorable quotation by Leo Rosten, American humorist, which I believe would stay in our minds and hearts forever. Leo Calvin Rosten says, I cannot believe that the purpose of life is to be happy. I think the purpose of life is to be useful, to be responsible, to be compassionate. It is, above all, to matter, to count, to stand for something, to have made some difference that you lived at all. And these are the 3 P's which bring this beautiful book to a memorable close. Live with purpose, live by priority, and live for productivity. Purpose, priority, productivity. because you want to leave your mark. You want your life to matter. You want to leave your mark. You want your life to matter. You want your life to matter.